is the first time ever in America history to get former president arrested. President Donald Trump is the first president ever this kind of thing has ever happened to. So according to them, they said multiple counts of indictment against him because he went and told people that Georgia election was a fraud, that he won and people cheated him. So for that reason, for that accusation, Trump got into trouble. Now they are on him. Now he got arrested for saying something that is not true, for accusing people for doing something that they didn't do it. So that's exactly what is happening. Democracy, they say it doesn't exist. But I believe that democracy exists. But if I go to some part of the world, I don't think this type of democracy exists. Places where leader can stay in power for more than 40 years. Leader can stay in power for more than 30 years. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of country around the world these days. You know, go to Africa. Which part of Africa country having done coup d'etat? All of them. Look at North Korea. Look at South Korea. Look at all these Asian countries. Look at Russia. Look at the Soviet Union. Look at countries that president stay there for the rest of their life, like Prince, like all those prime minister. I mean, it is crazy. But America democracy is like 2 term. That's it. No more, no less. But in Africa, it ain't like that. Some part of Asia, it ain't like that. They do whatever they want. They can run whenever they want, however they want, stay how long they want. That's exactly what is happening. But let me tell you something. This is a real example for y'all to know that democracy truly exists in America, no matter what. Look, I don't know what is happening to Trump, if he's guilty or not guilty, but according to them, that he did something wrong. So, well, if he did something wrong, according to the law, they have to take the law according to the way it is prescribed. So Trump has to face whatever crime that he committed. Nobody is above the law. Power, if you get used to power, that's exactly what happened. It get into your head. And once it get into your head, you become so addicted to it and you become so used to it and you started looking down on other people. You know what I'm saying? So before you do that, you got to think about it. Look, this type of things, it ain't happening for everybody. This type of power, God didn't give it to everybody. This type of money, wealth, God didn't give it to everybody. So if God chose me to give it to me and bless me with it, so that didn't give me no right to look down on the next person right to me. All right. So God didn't tell me to look down on anybody. God didn't tell me to talk shit on anybody. God didn't tell me to do things like, okay, I can do this and get away with it. So the rest of the people can't do it. You know what I'm saying? So what Trump did, if it was somebody else, look, the same thing would have happened. That person would have been in jail right now. You know what I mean? Because if you take a look at it, Trump's lawyer got arrested. He went to jail. So people that even went to the Capitol, you know, on riot, all got arrested. So they all got sentenced. And most of them are going to be in jail for a very long time. So that tells you that America Constitution is the best constitution in the world. No, I don't care what you say. If you're going to argue about it, fine. But let me tell you this. I'm going to tell you, based on my experience, I have lived in Africa and I have lived in America. So based on those experience, based on what I've read, like especially in history and what I'm still researching about what's going on in the world, especially in America, being the #1 superpower in the whole world, economically and militarily. So if a country like America can become that type of powerful, so we have to know what's the root cause of it. So based on my research, I found out the American Constitution is the best constitution in the world. Nobody is above the law in America. I don't care who you are. You can do all kinds of stuff in your country. Where you from? You can do corruption. You can do all kinds of crimes. But once you step foot in America, look, you already put in check. All right, they're gonna put you in check. What they're gonna do? They're gonna take a fingerprint, and what they're gonna do? They're gonna make sure that they issue you in numbers, 10 digits, social security 9 digits, whatever. They're gonna issue you a number to identify you, and whatever you do in this country, you are being watched. They are watching you. That's what exactly what it means. All right. They ain't doing it for no reason. They are doing it for security purpose. They are doing it because they care. They're doing it because they are concerned about the country. So they're not going to jeopardize that for anybody to just come in and do whatever you want. They're not even going to let their own citizens do it in the first place. So why would somebody like you from another place come here and do things that you think you can do in your own country, and you're gonna come here in America and do the same thing? Look, America not gonna play. They're gonna lock you up. If you're an immigrant, they can deport you back to where you came from. So to avoid that, just try to live in peace with everybody. Try to respect the law and respect the Constitution. That way, everybody can live in peace with one another. But if someone feel like they are so superior and they are so powerful, because most of the time when they have a lot of money, they think, okay, I'm more superior now than everybody else, and that's not the case. All right. The problem here I'm having with this issue is American president shouldn't have to go through this type of disrespect. The world is watching. To have America former president being arrested and being jailed, you know what I'm saying, and being charged with multiple count of indictment, and then being, if he found guilty, he gonna be spending more than 200 years in prison. So that's like, look, how many more years Trump has to live? How old is he? Look, the man is already old. So if he put this man in prison for another 10 years, he's done. I'm telling you. I'm sorry, but that's the fact. To be honest with you, this man, or he need to do right now, I just pray for him. Hey, he can just be free and just live his normal life. Look, I don't have a problem with Trump. Look, I love Trump. Trump is, I can tell you, is one of the best presidents in American history. Because when Trump took in office, look, the economy was booming. I'm talking about the economy. I'm talking about people were getting money. I'm telling you, look, I seen it. There was job opening everywhere. People were not complaining too much. Okay, gas prices even went down to almost 199. I saw that. I'm not making this up. And if you think I'm making this up, you can go back and take a look at it when Trump was president and take a look at the achievement that he did. Okay, Trump was one of the best presidents in American history. I can say that again and again. Look, Trump cares about America. Trump wants to make America move forward. I can see that. Trump loves America, despite the fact that he's rich, and a lot of people think, oh, he's in for the rich people. He's in there for the rich guy. Look, Trump not going to change that. All right, America is being like that since Trump was not even born yet. America's system is being created like that since Trump didn't even become president yet. You know what I'm saying? So if you think you're gonna come in one day and change that, it's not gonna happen. I don't think you won't be able to do it. So what can you do? You can't go against that kind of policy. You can't go against that type of constitution. You just have to find a way to improve it. To my understanding, I think that's what Trump was trying to do. Trump was just trying to be like, okay, you know what? Since America is a capitalism country, America believe in production, America believe in profit, America believe in dividend and all those stuff, like to make whatever you have grow multiple. America believe in, if you have $1, you gotta make sure you put your money where your mouth at. You know what I'm saying? If you have $10, you gotta put that $10 where your mouth at. So you can't spend and you can't live, above your means. If you are not making more than $5,000 and you want to rent an apartment and that it costs you like $6,000, look, food, your car insurance, your gas, I'm sorry, man, you're living way beyond above your means. So you don't need to make America great again. I think, hey, I just want to make America great again. But if you goes on and keep attacking other people from outside, and you kept, started attacking other people from other country, that's the problems. You know what I'm saying? So I think Trump is kind of the type of person that whatever comes to his mind, he's just gonna spit it out. He don't care the consequences. He don't care how people gonna feel about it. I know it's good to see what on his mind. If you think whatever is on his mind, it is cool with you or everybody else, you can go ahead and say it. But if you think whatever you have to say is going to cause problems between you and somebody or between some type people, look, I'm sorry, you don't have to say things like that. You just have to keep quiet. Look, Trump don't care. Trump just gonna spit it out, man. You know, he gonna call he gonna say names. That's the problem. So if you're gonna be antagonism, that's why people gonna start looking at you. Okay, why are you so aggressive? Why are you so arrogant? So they're gonna start looking at you that you're not a peaceful person, even though you don't mean to be. You know, not a violent person. You know what I'm saying? You don't mean to be a violent person. You try to be peaceful, but the people misunderstand. They judge you wrongfully, saying that okay, this man is saying things like that. That means he is trying to be violent. You know what I mean? He inciting violence. That's what they said. So all them people that went to the Capitol riot, they said Trump incited violence. So that's what they did. So he did it, and they went there. So whatever Trump said, something happened. Whatever he says, so he got a problem with communication. All right, he got a problem with when he's talking. That's it. When you think about Trump. Other than that, I don't think Trump is a bad person.